All right, folks, new questions around the idiot Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. After numerous media reports, New York Times first, revealed that this fool used a second private signal chat, including his wife, his brother, his personal lawyer, to share sensitive details about U.S. military strikes in Yemen. Sources tell the New York Times that Hegseth posted flight schedules and operational plans even after aides warned him not to use unsecured apps on his private phone for such information. Critics say many in the chat had no reason to know real-time military details, raising serious concerns about judgment and security. But that idiot is pushing back hard. In the White House Easter egg roll, he claimed to fight fake news.
And anonymous smears from disgruntled former employees on old news doesn't matter. So I'm happy to be here at the Easter egg roll with my dad and my kids, because, you know, this is what we're doing it for. These kids right here. This is why we're fighting the fake news media. This is why we're fighting slash and burn Democrats. This is why we're fighting hoaxsters. This group, this group right here, full of hoaxsters that peddle anonymous sources from leakers with axes to grind, and then you put it all together as if it's some news story. And when we know it, we know exactly what it is. So I'm really proud of what we're doing for the president, fighting hard across the board, and I'm going to go roll some Easter eggs.
Or you're going to go roll some bottles of alcohol, because he sounded drunk. And you want to also who sounds drunk? Carolyn Levitt. Here's this fool on Fox News literally saying, oh, all the Pentagon is after Hegseth, but he's the one who hired people.
The president stands strongly behind Secretary Hegseth, who is doing a phenomenal job leading the Pentagon. And this is what happens when the entire Pentagon is working against you and working against the monumental change that you are trying to implement. Secretary Hegseth was nominated for this position because he is standing up for the war fighter, the men and women in uniform who are putting their lives on the line to protect our country and our homeland. And unfortunately, there have been people at that building who don't like the change the secretary is trying to bring, so they are leaking and they are lying to the mainstream media. We've seen this game played before. The secretary is doing a tremendous job, and the president stands strongly behind him.
Folks, Hegseth's own Pentagon spokesman resigned on Friday, posted a piece in Politico where he said the Pentagon is melting down because of Hegseth's awful leadership. Don Bacon, who is a Republican in Congress, he has called for Hegseth to resign. He said he's acting like he's above the law, and that shows an amateur person. That's exactly what he is, Renita. He's an amateur. He's a Fox News anchor. He's an idiot. And to follow retired four-star General Lloyd Austin is really, these fools want to talk about and want to criticize DEI. Somebody said, no, this is DUI.
Absolutely. No, this entire administration has been on display what it looks like when you remove DEI and nothing but their incompetence is left to shine through, because they have had mistake after mistake. And like you said, Hegseth, I mean, it's just obvious. He has never served a day in government, which is why he is in there acting like somebody who can't wait to show off whatever information he knows. He just strikes me as somebody who would say to his friends and family, hey, guys, can you believe I got to be a part of this chat, and show them the information. So I just think that it's really crazy how at the same time he's trying to spin this as it's both leaks and lies. Well, is it leaks or is it lies? I mean, if you're mad that people told the truth on you, the truth is still the truth. And the same thing for Carolyn. I mean, this administration needs to learn that it doesn't matter how many loud talking, strong talking blondes you put in front of the camera to say that all of this is okay. It doesn't make it okay. It just doesn't.
And Omakongo, this is a photo. This is Don Bacon. He's a retired Air Force general. He kind of knows a little bit about the military.
Yeah, right. Look, I mean, you know, it's sad that we're all like laughing about the incompetence, the sheer incompetence that we're seeing here. But it's just a matter of time before this thing has real deadly consequences for troops, for civilians somewhere. And it's really scary. The fact of the matter is, Roland, Signal is their policy. Like, that's what they do because they are corrupt and they don't want any document they share is supposed to be saved because, this is part of a, act that was put forth by Congress that you're supposed to have records be saved, period, bottom line. Signal, as we know, you can delete messages after an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. They don't want their conversation saved. That's why they're doing this. And honestly, Roland, it's also even sadder because they're not doing this with all Pentagon employees. They're just doing it with their people. So many of the Pentagon staff are actually being left out of these conversations as well. And when you see over the weekend, he got rid of 3 of his top advisors because of they're quote unquote leakers. And so when you see that, and then when you see Leavitt say that the entire Pentagon is against the leader of the Pentagon, that is a recipe for disaster to have that type of turmoil exist in this space. And so really at the end of the day, and on top of that, Roland, it's not like he was using Signal on a secure phone, he was using Signal on his iPhone. And we know that every foreign government, ally and foe, is operating to get access because they all got their spy networks to what these guys are doing. We have a government between Rubio, the State Department, and all of these guys who are conducting foreign policy on Signal, on social media, basically, with their friends, families. And did you say ex-wife as well was on that with the wife? Like, what the hell? Who you know what I'm saying? We are in for it, man. And I'm just really nervous for what's going to happen when something deadly and catastrophic happens with this ignorance and incompetence.
And Julian, you can always depend on the dumb and dumber. Hegseth is dumb, but Trump is dumber. Listen to this. When he's not drunk tweeting, he's drunk talking.
Ask the Houthis how much dysfunction there's none. Pete's doing a great job. Everybody's happy with him. We have the highest recruitment numbers I think we've had in 28 years. No, he's doing a great job. It's just fake news. They just bring up stories. I guess it sounds like disgruntled employees. He was put there to get rid of a lot of bad people, and that's what he's doing. So you don't always have friends when you do that.
Should he stop using the app?
Ask the Houthis. I'm sorry, Hootie and the Blowfish, Hooters. I'm not sure he knows what he's talking about. Julian, go ahead.
But he never knows what he's talking about. I mean, it's comedy and it's not comedy. The reason that it's not comedy is because it's putting our country in jeopardy. I saw Leon Panetta, former Secretary of Defense, on, I think, CNN earlier today, and he was talking about the damage that this man is doing, Hegseth, the damage that he's doing to our Pentagon infrastructure. Now, the people that the president is calling losers are the people that Hegseth picked. So he went and picked some losers. Well, who's the biggest loser? Other than the Oval Office, we're also looking at Hegseth. The challenge here, these people do not believe that fat meat is greasy. They truly do that. They told them about this Signal stuff a month or so ago. And, it was a mistake. So how you do it again? What about, idiots are people, you do the same thing over and over again and you expect a different result. And then like McConnell says, your ex-wife, what are you doing? You're bragging. Look at what I got. Look at the access I have. So you're bragging to your ex-wife? Give me a break. We are really, I'm very concerned. I've tried to ignore that man in the house that enslaved people built, tried to ignore his shenanigans, hoping that somehow we would come to the end of the road. But we're not coming to the end of the road. This is what he does. This is how he does it. And the American people, we are in jeopardy, folks. If you're tweeting and sending classified documents or documents that should be classified or secret information, if you're dealing with this on your iPhone, really? Right. Who has that? Who else has access to it? Anybody in the world who means us harm. Putin. Although the president would probably give Putin the information if he asked him for it, because I truly believe, and I'd hate to say this, but I really believe that he is a Russian agent, that the president of the United States is a Russian agent. That may be a little far-fetched, but maybe not. I'll just leave it there.
No, that's not far-fetched at all. All right, folks.
Hello, I'm Isaac Hayes III, founder and CEO of Fanbase. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. The window to invest in Fanbase is closing. We've raised over $10.6 million of our $17 million goal. That means there's room for less than 6,370 people to invest in Fanbase for the average amount. The minimum to invest in Fanbase right now is $399. That makes you an owner in Fanbase today. Go to startengine.com/fanbase to invest. Why? Because current social apps have taken advantage of users for far too long, with content suppression, shadow banning, harmful racist content, and no real tools for monetization and equity. Fanbase has over 1.4 million users and counting, allowing anyone to reach all their following and monetize their content from day one. Social media is the new TV, and whoever owns the apps that distribute that content have the opportunity to own potential billion-dollar companies. While big platforms with uncertain futures are failing to serve their users, Fanbase is stepping up to fill the gap. Don't wait until it's too late. Invest now, invest for yourself and your future. Go to startengine.com/fanbase and own the next generation of social media.